Interview: Jamie Lee Curtis is nearly as horrifying as her new movie. The 60-year-old will offer you a completely unadorned view on any taking into account object, though while it comes to the doubtful quality assurance of several of her early movies. Okay, let me recall you of thing, she begins. Halloween was done in 1978. Down there was no deductible. It wasn't a deductible. And it isn't a deductible. It is a episode of films. I refuged been in one in 20 year. I'm in the one just since of which CEO David Gordon Verdant wrote. She may shy off of the deductible sticker, but down there's no receive off of the reality how the is now the 11th part of the episode. The 40-year that include Gone with the Unique include seen a mix of sequels, reboots and remakes liberated. The reality how Curtis has selected to back to act Laurie Strode, yet, is supposedly which gives the new one several trust. This actual mark of adoption is John Carpentry's, not Pitt, she says, relating to the CEO of the Unique, who has refundable as the songwriter and execution manufacturer of the A. Since I done a pair of nonsense ones, she says, with a quite much stronger speech rather than how. We see amazed at the statement, as he's uncommon to listen an artist criticize their own films so publicly. Curtis, in Rotate, is amazed by our surprise party. Did you see Sunday? She asks rhetorically. Halloween 2 wasn't large. H20 was okay. Sunday is a chunk of buckwheat. But the stamp of adoption was John Carpentry. Reviews for the latest part of Halloween include been blended, though several critics cite he's the top one for several period. Unfortunately, her storyline, whereby she became so injured by the events of the at first movie how she substantially frightened off her household, is both of personality defeating and rather sad. Carpentry's endorsement may really, as Curtis suggests, convince moviegoers to offer the new movie a opportunity, but lot will yet be skeptical on if it very giving whatever brand new. I don't thoroughness, Curtis replies. Which can I do? I'm not departure to try to discourage who of a sense. Down there include been several horrible movies done, I know how. My purpose was to shaw up inconsistency, to shaw up and speak the true on which happened to Laurie. That is all really so and nice, but why back to such a known mark? And why currently? Certainly it would be preferred for a manufacturer to email her a scenario for a shiny new terror movie, quite rather than hard to get her to again visit her early successes. Yes, but they're not departure to, I'm 60-year ancient, she says. They're not departure to go to me in a new concept for thing at 60, he's not unfeasible, he's hardly. You aware which? I've been an jobless artist for the large portion of my career. Frankly, if you cook downward how lot days I include been involved as an artist, compared to how lot days I've been jobless as an artist, it would upheaval thou. It would rotate yours wool grey. Since I'm a independent upwards for grabs jobless artist, present. Knows profitable me. I'm not creature pay to be there making interviews. I include billing to pay at household. He's fair which happens. I was excellently lucky not making everything I was not making while the telephone rang and David Gordon Verdant named me. Heeding to her topic, she points out how Back to Halloween is exactly why down there is concern in the cinema in the at first location, that wouldn't definitely be down there out of it creature portion of the episode. In all of the films I've done, all the TV shows I've made, I've never had the standard of focus I've had for the cinema, in each dimension, periodicals, wireless, Europe round, jets, flyer about the planet, she explains. So is it potential how at my age how type of cinema, a new concept how their departure to hover on me? I don't believe as. Crisp of the Deutsche opening on the day we say, Curtis's UK interviews for the movie are take location in centre London. The actor says occasionally UK journalists do ask if they should relate to her as Baroness Hayden Guest, a name to that she says she would reply. Her man, the UK writer and CEO Christopher Visitor, legacy his peerage in 1996, but a changing in the law intended he wasn't capable to take part in the building of Lords for length. This item on thing how has been legacy is how he's associated to the losing of someone. So you see my man legacy his name of his dad while he dead, so for me he's ever fair a remind how his daddy's not there, Curtis explains. I know down there is a nature curious, my purpose, especially now how I'm an old dame, my purpose is to honor the establishment how it comes of, the large story of how establishment. Take how it was once an establishment in transfer as following my man took his chair at the country discovery of Parliament. Soon following Lord Haden-Guest became a equal, Tony Blair was selected main monastery church on a manifest that abolished genetic peerages. The Building of Lords Act 1999 intended largest peers who had legacy their titles could no much longer sit or voice, a politics, Curtis says, that both of my man and I coordinated in. The Wetherill correction intended 92 of the 750 genetic peers were inwardly selected to hold their seats, but Lord Visitor was one of such who did no. This mockery and sad portion of it for me, is how the cause how they requested to eliminate genetic peers is how so lot of them didn't take part. They utilized it for the reasons how do it stupid, Curtis says. Or the true is how my man is an intelligent, he reads 8 newspapers a day, same's an ecologist, same's a really severe, smart person, and he would have been a large party in the trial. So how to me is the sad portion of it, how he would have been a large member of genetic peerages.